The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Tom and Tommy O'Brien. We do appreciate your growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 7. The Dow Industrials up 2. NASDAQ up 17. S&P's up 2.5. Gold contracts up 630, trading at $1233.80. We have the silver contract up 20 cents, $16.14. Platinum is up $11 at $932. You get the copper market catching a bid that's up 3.5 cents, $2.72 a pound. Light sweet crude flat, $46.71 an ounce. Copper, I 10-year note flat at 125.22. 30-year bond down 1 point, 152.19. And King Dollar still can't catch a bid, which is pretty amazing. King Dollar out here is trading down 30 ticks, 94.895. The euro is at 114 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is trading out there at 112.5. Tommy O'Brien, what's going on?
Good Monday morning. How we doing?
We're doing good, man. Markets at all-time highs. No volume Friday, but bottom line, S&Ps and the Dow Industrials all-time high with the dollar getting croaked. Pretty wild, man.
At all-time highs, market green, trading at all-time. Why not? Sure.
Totally. Folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN.com. You'll see the banner on the top or the side. Hit the banner. Bring up the exchange. You can walk along with us as we trade the defined option contracts. And don't forget, at the beginning of the week, of course, you can trade the weeklies all week. But bottom line, at the beginning of the week, we have option expiration week. You get earnings week. As Kevin Hink says, it's the most beautiful time of the year, right? Yeah, you're going to love it.
That's right. That's right.
Let's go to Tom in Plymouth. Hey, Tom, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom and Tommy. How are you?
We're
Morning.
doing great. How you doing?
Tom?
Oh, I'm doing very well, thank you. I am loaded for bear.
And when he says loaded for bear, folks, it is just the opposite, actually. What he means is that he's loaded up on the bull position of the JNUG, right?
J-Nug, Nugget, USLV, MUF.
Yeah.
You take your pick.
All these tigers and tigresses out here, folks. And when we get on the right side, it's a beautiful thing. When you're on the wrong side, well, guess what?
Oh, yeah.
No, listen, I like, you know what, the amazing part out here, folks, is this, is that when I was doing the gold report this morning, right, some of these equities are moving pretty good. There's plenty of them, however, that are not. And it's like, okay, why aren't they moving? The dollar's getting croaked, all of the above. So, you trade these enough, Tom. We still got to be really careful. That's the bottom line. But my take is that
wants to hang in there, huh?
Let's pull the yen up, because there is a direct correlation, folks, between the yen and the actual metal. Oh yeah, I like the yen though. This is good. No, the yen's giving it up.
Early this morning it tried. Yeah. Yep.
It did. Last 5 days we went from 114.49 yen to $1 US. So we're down 2 pennies. We're at 112.43. The cool thing here is that it's into the big bar that was its sign of strength on the 3rd. And what it also did is that when it did come down on Friday, it broke its uptrend that started on June 14th. So what we should have now, folks, and this is where he's excited, Mike's excited, I'm excited. If you're a bull inside the market, inside the metals market, whether we take a look at the J-Nug or the Nugget, and, the Nugget is 3 times bull position, the direction 3 times bull position. The J-Nug is 3 times the bull position of the small caps, gold and silver. And, like the nugget looks like, okay, is the run on to 38 again? Yeah, we're at 30. It can be. J-Nug. Let's go over to J-Nug for a second. So did you get these last Thursday or Friday, Tom? Is that what you did?
Both, yeah. Thursday,
yeah, right.
Friday,
no, exactly.
Yeah.
Because what happens here, folks, is when you get there's two different things that happen. When you're at good swing lows, your risk versus your reward is pretty good as long as you put the stop underneath it. The J-Nug, which is the Direction Junior Gold Miners, I think it's game for 21, man. I mean, it's into that bar. Once it got in 1675, that's good. That was the down draft, but it never broke that lowest swing point. And we broke it. We broke it with light volume.
That took a big haircut there a few weeks ago.
It did. Oh. $4 in one day. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And
that's what we're coming into. So.
Well, I'd like to see $3 or $4 come back in one day. That's what I'd like to see. But hey,
I think
right.
No, yeah, and I guess
it's tough for on the way those work though, right? Because coming down from $24 percentage wise, it would have to be a bigger move to go from 17 back up to 24.
Yeah, stay right there, Tom. We're going to talk about
that
because that's really crucial for everyone to understand. You stay right there, folks. Tommy, Tom, myself, we're all coming back. We want to hear from you. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Going to be right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials down 7. You get the Nasdaq up 11. S&Ps are up 1.5. We're talking with Tom from Plymouth. We're talking about the direction 300% bull positions right now inside the gold market, and we're talking about the aspect of how they had got hit on the way down, meaning that when you take a look at this nugget, it doesn't matter what you really look at. When you go to June 14th, you'll see that. No, not June. Let's see. Nugget. Yeah, June 14th. We went from 36 to 30. And we're talking about, you get down there, but you need a bigger percentage move on the way back up in order to recapture that level.
Sure. So just to make it real simple, right? If something's at $25 and it goes down 10%, and this is taking even the doubles and the triples out of the equation, which just exacerbate and kind of make it even more dramatic. But, you're at $25, you go down 10%, you're going to go down 50 cents to, $22.50. Well, if you go back up 10% from $22.50, then you're going up, what, $2.25, right? So that only gets you back up to $24.75. So you went down 10%, you got a 10% move back up, but guess what? Big percentage moves from higher prices. I know, Tom, you know that trading these doubles, triples all the time, but getting a $6 move from $17 is not the same as getting a $6 move from 36 on the way down. That's all.
Right.
Thanks for that advice, Tom.
But that doesn't mean you can for the moon, man.
Yeah. But we'll just keep moving the stop up and ride it. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
All right, guys. Well, I won't take up any more of your time. Thank you very much.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. And that aspect, Tommy, inside trading those is crucial for everyone to understand. And that's one of the reasons, folks, is that they say that they're daily investment vehicles, because what happens is that if you trade sideways, let's say if every single day that you went up a point and down a point and up a point and down a point, guess what? That's going down because the percentage you never could make it back up, which is pretty intense. I remember when these first come out, people couldn't understand that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So
sure. Now, and those they can be broken down though into two different areas though, because one of them you're talking about the doubles too though, which is separate just from. Right? I mean, that's where things get exacerbated, I think, on the doubles and triples for the oscillation.
That's correct. Right. It's even more intense. No doubt. Folks, if as you come over to the Nadex platform too, if you hit that platform, let's take a look at a few of these weeklies out here. So if we take a look at I'm going to go into the gold contract and just let's see. So right now, well, first weeklies. Okay, so if I get into there we go. Okay, so we get into the weeklies. We are trading at, okay, so let me pull this up. We're 1250, let's see, let me get this. Yeah, 1234.
Okay.
I'm sorry, 1234 we're at. All right. So if I pull up, let me just pull up one of these charts because I get the binaries up here, and I'm going to pull up. Let's see where we're at here. Okay.
I'm trying to post my screen as well. I'm not sure if it's showing in the den with the up on Nadex.
I believe it is. So 1235. This week, this is kind of interesting.
Like they do.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tom.
No, that's what I was seeing. So they got my chart, I believe, up there. So
Yep.
So we're looking at trading what right now, 1235. So
Right.
I have the chart with the weeklies. Weeklies, of course, expiring at 1:30 on Friday. And we're seeing the strike prices along the right axis here. So right now we're looking at the August contract trading at 1235. Well, let's see. So just jumping around, the first strike price to the upside, it looks like the strike prices go by $10. Is that right? Yeah, on the weekly. So you can see here's the charts. So they're going to $10 on the weekly. And so the next one up is $1239.50. You're looking at only $4.50 away. Risking 4 to make 6, right? Risking 1 to make 1.5. Market's at about 34 by 40. And then jumping, of course, 1249. You'd be risking about 17 to make 83, and similar opportunities to the downside. If you go down to about 1219.50, you're looking at $16 in gold. But again, we have almost 5 full trading days remaining.
Right.
Some big risk rewards, yeah.
And you know what's pretty cool? So what's cool here, folks, is this. That now what happens because of the $10 increment, the one that, you're running up to like the 1250 seems like a long way away, but your swing point up here is 1260, which is pretty cool. You got one swing point.
We've gotten a lot of movement in gold, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you got one swing point from the 3rd of July, and that's 1242.60. But the way this is moving, it looks to me like, we could be game into this 1260. So those risk versus the rewards are pretty good. What is still, as I said a little bit earlier, it's still amazing that they haven't caught a bigger bid. What has happened is this, though, is that, here, let me bring up, if you're in the gold market, folks, okay, Royal Gold looks like it's going to be the leader. Yeah, it is. So Royal Gold last week went from a price point of 76 and now we're at 82. It's blowing away its swing point this morning, and it's going to have the volume. It's taken out a swing point of $81.26. It needs 460,000 shares. It has 108 right now. So this is saying, now this is where this gets really wild. This is saying, number one, that it's going to reach August of last year's high, which is 87. The real question is going to be, and this is an all-time high, like of 100. So that's a nice setup. And because that's a royalty stock, you want to keep your eye on it, because most times, for some reason, the royalty stocks pick up on the action inside the physical metal market, which makes sense because that's all they trade off of. Now, Franco-Nevada also had a good week last week. Not as good as Royal Gold, but they had a good week. Right now, Franco-Nevada is at $71.88. And, that baby also is actually closer to its all-time high, because its all-time high is $81. So when you take a look at that aspect and say, okay, where are we at with the gold contract? When you look at some of those binaries, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Sure. You may need to post your chart. I'm not sure if you know that. Do you have a chart book?
Oh, I thought I did. Okay, I'll do it right at the break. Sorry about that. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Right now, you have the Dow down 2, Nasdaq up 14, S&P's up 2. We're going to be right back. Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is down 12. You get the NASDAQ up 9. S&Ps are up 2. And I will get those charts up any second, folks. Sorry about that. Inside the you have the DAX down 36. Let's go over to Europe for a second, because what we did have out here, Europe also was basically hitting some big numbers last week. Right now you get the FTSE is up 0.4%. The CAT's flat. The DAX is down 0.3%. And I'm just going to get this up for us right now.
Sure.
It is amazing that that you're at all-time highs. The dollar's getting croaked, and the market doesn't care. I mean, it's freaking amazing, actually. It is. It's like, well, it is what it is. That's the bottom line, I guess, right?
So how about Amazon just fundamentally, and they're getting into the meal prep business, right? They filed, I was reading about that this morning. They're trading up $8, up almost 1%. They filed some meal kit trademarks. And of course, let's see, they're talking about it in the den, but yeah. But that just went public, I believe, right?
It did.
Yeah, down 10% on the day, down 9.5%, trading at 666. Down cents, 70 cents. That's a big number when you're trading under $7. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Let's see this. So, Amazon. Yeah, Amazon. This article here. So, Blue Apron. Yeah, and that's what happened, folks, with Blue Apron. Let me pull Blue Apron up for a second, because. What happened is that when Blue Apron was going out to IPO, they had actually, look at this thing, man. They had to bring the stock price down, folks, $10 to push the IPO out. They how like normally, let's say you go IPO and say, okay, the broker dealers come out, they're hoping that they give you a range, like let's say it's $17 to $24. That's what they hope to get.
No, that's
what happened.
But I real quick, and I have an article from June 28th, which I believe is like a day before they went public at June 29th, and it says that they, in a filing, that it now plans to $10 to $11, far cry from where it's trading at $6 and change right now, but that it had previously expected to price the offering at 15 to. So you're talking about, not more than literally 3 weeks ago, the executives of that company were sitting there hoping to price $15 to $17 at market, and guess what? That's just the IPO price. You're hoping to price it at that, right? And then you're hoping it trades higher.
Right. And it's amazing.
Under $7.
Yeah, and I can see why Amazon wants to get into this business, because it's interesting. They take in $1 billion. So
yeah, food's expensive, and waste of food is expensive, and you're cooking. I'm single, no kids. That's a market that I don't use. Everyone knows if you're just cooking for yourself, that's difficult, right? There's a huge opening there, because the amount of grocery shopping and cooking for yourself is not saving money. It's eating healthy. That's the way to do it. But in terms of people say, eat out, are you spending money? Well, if you eat out at a nice restaurant, you might be paying premium. But sometimes, if you're getting food out, it's just relatively, as to cook at home when you factor in everything. So there's an opportunity there for sure.
No, there is. And well, what's intriguing about that? Last night, we ordered Uber Eats, and it was late. And what was amazing, what actually blew my mind, is that we got a good restaurant. It was 10:15 at night, and the food got here, and it was hot, folks. It was the first time I ever did Uber Eats, and it was just like you're saying. It was good food. It was only a little more than if I turned around and cooked something. And it was like, you gotta be kidding me, man. I mean, I was impressed that it was hot.
Definitely.
Yeah, this it's amazing. Think about the business plan inside Amazon's headquarters. It must be just like the CIA, because you think that he not only goes after Whole Foods, now he's going to go after the delivery of the food, because he's really in the delivery business, right? Could you imagine how many other lineups he has there? I mean, it's like, oh my God.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, there's a lot of areas that they can infiltrate that has opportunities. Now, I love cooking, and I've never used one of these services at all. So at some point I'll try it, but the tough part with me is that they give you meals, right? So like, what if I don't want one of those sides they're always putting in there, et cetera? So they'll refine that.
Okay.
Yeah,
they will refine that. Right.
Apron's not, you're cooking everything yourself. That's the difference between what, they just give you the ingredients.
Okay. And it's interesting. I see some of the tigers and tigresses, they use Blue Apron, and I believe it's in the UK too. That's pretty cool. Things are changing quickly, isn't it? It's really intriguing how this whole thing comes down. Our phone number is
New York City. Yeah, I'm not sure they're over in the UK.
Oh,
Maybe not.
I said, even though it's UK, I said, I got it. Okay, cool. Yeah. And the larger the cities, of course, the more that you can deliver the more people, right, without moving around too much.
I'm sure.
Let's go take a look at the XAU, the HUI. So the XAU out here, folks, right now, that's catching a bid this morning. Oh, this is nice. Okay, so you're up $1.88. You're at $82.67. Your swing, your minus swing is $83.80. That could hit it today, but that's saying this XAU wants to go to $87, and that's the June 6th high. I suspect the Gold Bugs Index also has caught a bid. Let's see what we got here. Gold Bugs Index. Oops. Oops, 1 second. There we go. So, also, in the Gold Bugs Index, we definitely broke that downtrend. So Gold Bugs Index is up 362. You're at 189 in this game for a 204. And, we'll see what ends up happening, how we get up to those numbers, That's the bottom line. So
Yeah.
the XLF. Let's get over to take a look at that XLF, because the XLF, we had the bank earnings on Friday, folks. That kicked it off. They weren't great. They weren't bad. Tomorrow is going to be the next bank numbers. So on Friday, we went down to 24.59, the XLF. Bottom line, you're sideways today. I expect we're going to see that get hit again. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow right now is down 13. Nasdaq's up 2. S&Ps are up 1. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. And as you come over to our website, folks, you're going to see right on the front page the next wild, wild west of computing. Our man, Mr. Dave White, he's going to premiere an online course July 26th. Tom, can you walk them through this?
Definitely. So Mr. Dave White doing a course for his subscribers to any of his services. So you just heard a commercial for the Tech Insider during that commercial break. We got Tech Insider, Path of Least Resistance, and of course the art of the timing the trade charts that he helped program and put together, an outstanding piece of software that he put together himself, of course, working with you and your system. But so right on the front page, and he had a great interview with you Friday I was listening to, and he's been doing a lot of work. As you know, we've chatted with him in the office about machine learning and going through these basically courses online, learning it and spending the time playing with the algorithms with data, and kind of talking about what companies are going to be able to do with this when they're using it themselves, saving money, using it as services that they're selling, and how it can change kind of the game of a lot of things going on. And I don't think you have to be far from computers to realize the implications of machines. And and he went on your program and talked about the difference between like artificial intelligence and machine learning and kind of algorithms. But you start seeing in terms of I like poker. I play poker, right? I mean, they're just, I'm sure people saw the headlines that basically they've almost solved the game of no limit hold'em. Now that's different than limit.
Really?
Because in limit, you can just like bet or fold, right? But no limit, there's a million different moves, because you could bet one chip or you could bet 10,000 chips.
Okay.
Right? Or so what number do you bet? And the algorithms have just perfected the exact the best decision possible for the most profitable outcome in the long run. And that could be depending on many things, but it just applies to so many things, so many. And of
That's
course,
amazing,
trading,
man.
Yeah. And then they just had a game over in Asia, and I forget the name of that game, that is much more complex than something like No Limit Hold'em, that really they thought it would be tough for computers to beat. And sure enough, I'm not sure if it was Big Blue or just some other computer beat the grand champion of that game. And we'll have to pull up the level. And that was a big thing, saying that it's and we'll pull it up during the break, but that was something saying that in terms of game theory and applying logic and all these different things that they thought computers could take some time, that they're really getting there. And so how are companies going to use this technology to get to profit, right? To profit for either themselves or selling the services. How they, and Dave even says, machine learning will be the biggest growth area for tech companies in the next 10 years, with over 50 types of algorithms and growing. He'll tell you why there's so many areas for companies to apply this to their own business. As anything can, maybe we see the commercials already for IBM Blue, right? Saying that Big Blue says, I showed up to fix elevator 2, and they said elevator 2's fine. And it's like, no, elevator 2 is going to have problems in like 2 days, right? And that's the type of algorithms that you can anticipate things and just how they're going to profit. So that is a week from Wednesday. So 9 days away, we're going to premiere it, and he's doing it in full HD. So 9 days, and you can sign up for any of Dave's services: Path of Least Resistance, Technology Insider, get a free trial, or the Art of Time in the Trade Charts. You can get a money-back guarantee for 30 days. So all great deals, 3 services. Check them out this week. Get in there, and then you'll have access to that course that Dave will be premiering on the 26th.
What's amazing too is that I suspect what's going to happen is going to be like you, me, all the Tigers and Tigresses. This is something we're really going to be able to use. Like, if you go back 20 years. Yeah, and that
was a mouthful I just went through, right? But it really is, man. It's it's you think of almost anything it can apply to, and there's going to be a lot of things that become like a solved science of ways to eliminate, as in computers are just going to be so good at certain things that it's going to be a solved nature that computers take care of certain functions in that level.
And what's cool here, folks, right?
Broadly,
this is where, Tommy, I think all of us can take advantage of something like this. At the beginning of a technology like this, right, that there's plenty of people that's all they're into, and they're already taking advantage of it. You can see it by computer trading and all of that, right? That's, it's really cool. Right. It's hundreds of millions of dollars and all of that. But what does happen in this context is that the first move is that, Dave was saying that there's a couple companies that already offer some software that it is a drag and drop. So it's like whatever business you're in or you want to get in, folks, you could probably get a pretty good edge. I'm thinking you can get a good edge at the beginning. Everything will catch up. I don't know what the
This
catch
can
up will
apply
be.
to a lot of things. Exactly, it can.
Exactly,
And
like normal things that we're doing.
He's not going to be teaching like a program. He's not going to be teaching like a programming course in here, right? So you're
I
not going to come in
understand
here and learn how to. No, I just want people to understand. I know,
Right.
Same deal. And he may do that type of a course in like a couple months. He was talking about maybe if you really want to know how you can get some of these programs, which are not that expensive, and spend some time yourself applying it to maybe your trading or maybe something else you do in your life, right? For sure. But this is just kind of breaking down on a more broader perspective for people that aren't as into it, which I fall into that category completely.
No,
I
I do
computers,
too, for sure. But
right.
to understand
I'm
it,
sure
right? To
99%
understand
of
what can be done, right? Which is pretty amazing.
Yeah. One thing I just like you're saying it, right? A million things. I mean, trading, obviously you can apply to it. That's what we do, and that's where Dave's head is at, and he's looking at the profitability of things. But I was thinking we're coming into football season, right? So if people play fantasy football, I would really encourage you just to be aware of the sharks you're playing with, because the guys that are winning, this is all they're doing, just so you know. They're building algorithms, and the computers, you can see how something like that, where it's all just numbers, right? A million different statistics. And one team plays the other, and the computer just can look at every single game and every single player and every position and match up all these different algorithms of who's going to maybe run a little bit better than the next, and just how many things you can do. Now, the tough part is you have to quantify all that, and you have to, in most things, and then the computer has to have it. But in things like that and like trading, you can see how there's a bunch of quantifiable variables that already exist that computers have the ability to digest, and that's where I think they can see some real quick benefits.
Wow, it's a new age, man. It's pretty intense when you actually think about it.
The next wild wests. Hey, things like Amazon. I mean, you don't think that how many machine learning algorithms do you think Amazon is using to make sure that we get the right products?
Yes.
And next thing we know, we're going to be getting, whatever ingredients you're buying from them for their new Whole Foods. Then they're going to be putting together meals you might like and sending you emails for their delivery, right? And that's all going to be the computers figuring out what's the most profitable meal they can send you, right?
There's
one meal that's the most profitable meal the computer's going to figure out, and that's the one it's going to send you.
Well, listen to this. I heard the vice president of transportation of Amazon on Bloomberg on Friday, and he said they do everything backwards. They'll start with you as the customer, figure out what you want, and then go back to where it's going to be and figure out the fastest way to get it to you that you're happy. It was pretty cool.
Nice.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow right now is flat. S&Ps are up 2. We're going to right back.
Is different than investing, but the opportunity to take advantage of short-term trends is only one if you get the direction right. Direction leveraged and inverse ETFs offer bold trades on U.S. and international stocks and bonds. Direction leveraged ETFs. An investor should carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a fund's prospectus and summary prospectus, call 866-476-7523 or visit directioninvestments.com. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors. Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. You have the Dow up 6, Nasdaq's up 6, S&Ps are up 2. Now, this week, folks, Friday, you get option expiration. This is the monthly option expiration. We're going to have a lot of numbers come out this week. More bank numbers are going to be kicking out tomorrow morning. So bottom line is that with summer trade, no doubt, Mondays and Fridays, most times are going to be very passive. And last Friday, it was slow. There's no two ways about that volume-wise. Now, at option expiration, I expect we'll get a little more action this Friday in the marketplace, and I expect this week you're going to get some action. So bottom line, we'll see where it shakes out. You know what I heard today, Tom? So I heard that the VIX is at a 24, closed at a 24-year low Friday.
Yeah, pretty wild.
That really, there it is. Look at this thing. Oh, look at that. So 9.51 was the close. It hit 9. Let me pull this back. I'm going to do this. Yeah, I'll do it for 30 years right now. I'll do it in a quarterly in 30 years and see if we can find that. So, there it is. Oh, that's interesting. That ain't that long ago. No, I see. It's not the close. Oh, that's it hit a low of 9.39 in 06. That's the close. I got it. Okay. Look at this. This is pretty wild, folks. 1993, 8.89. How's that? So if you don't think it can't go lower, it can.
Pretty wild, man.
That is wild, man. I mean, that's complacency. But bottom line is that what has happened here is that all those bulls that keep buying those dips, they were right thus far. So that's what can you do, right?
Sure.
You can.
And did you say we have some earnings in some companies? I forget, but Thursday we have some earnings. I remember we were talking about for sure, maybe Facebook, or I'm just
let's
thinking,
take a look.
We definitely have some earnings coming as well.
Let's see. So Facebook, I think that was August 1st or something. Oh no, that's the 26th of July.
Okay. Okay.
What we do
That's
the
same day as Dave's course.
Oh, cool.
So perfect.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We have Bank of America tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Let's see what Big Blue is. Big Blue is tomorrow at the close. Now that'll Big Blue's been going down for a long period of time, folks. And what does happen is this: Big Blue, still trading at $153. That can take the Dow lower. That's a big price stock. Let's see where Google is. Google's at 24th. So that's going to be a week from today, I think, right? 7.
That's a week from today, Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a week from today. Microsoft is the 20th. Oh, this is cool. So Microsoft's the 20th.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's
one
I had
you're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a big one because, that's a large weighting structure inside the NDX 100. And
when is Amazon out? Can you?
Yeah, Amazon's a monster. Amazon is the 27th.
Okay.
Of July.
So a week from Thursday. Okay.
Yeah. And then let's see. I want to go back to Microsoft.
How about
Apple?
Okay,
Apple. Sure. Apple is. I think that's one that's August 1st. Yeah, August 1st.
Okay.
With their $1,600 new phone, maybe, huh?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. You stay right there, folks. The man, Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next. Growling a problem with you. Then we're going to swim lessons. Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Thanks, pal.
Love you, man. Thanks.
Love you. Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.
You're just too marvelous for words, like glorious, glamorous.